Speaking of.
Okay, well, here we are as we do have a smidge of a hot drop that's going to be just over here next to Shelter. It's going to be Tiamba having to deal with that AGG right on top of him. Tycon already got himself some guns and some friends. It looks like Surti, Zest do have a vehicle. They might go for a stop-off, maybe trying to get themselves a couple of pieces of loot before having to get involved in anything going on over here. Just Pow Pow, the odd guy out for Tiamba right now with this kind of positional that we're seeing going on. Their other members not going to have to make too big of a play if they don't want to.
Yeah. With
the lines now coming in, Linshu back in that high ground. You know, they were. Everybody's going to start having to keep an eye out for it.
Well, he's got a shotgun, so well, be a little bit less effective.
That just means he's got to go hang out with Pow Pow. Pow Pow's got a vector.
That's right.
Get a shotgun, make the push, man.
Exactly. Well, Surti still kind of scouting around, trying to see if he can find an angle here. Pow Pow will push in. Oh, he's pushing in by himself, and Tycon will definitely take advantage of that. Linshu try to peek him on the staircase, but this is a dangerous place to be.
Ooh, good shot gonna come in. Tiamba getting some reinforcements at range right now. 7-7 across the way, making sure to control that crossing. Nobody allowed to come over with direct time. Tycon looks like he might be trying to just get out of here, but already aware. Remember, if he crosses over to regroup with his friends, 7-7 has an angle into it. He's got to get his meds back up. Not a lot of ammo to work around. Now also getting a lot of problems. It looks like he's just going to juke right moment. Smokes are going to come down. A couple of shots to come out from 7-7, but AG now regrouped.
Yeah. Tiamba as well. They've taken this opportunity as things have slowed down to bring everybody back, get Pow Pow back on his feet, and so now they are back into it. CC108 just keeping eyes on every window, trying to feed over any information. Linshu will spot out Tycon, and he is down. Surti, though, trying to come with some high ground shots, but this might be a little bit too little too late here.
This is a very low economy situation whenever we're looking at Tiamba. They're on Military Base Island. The circle's all the way back over where we were beforehand, with Prison being pretty much the center. Not a lot of loot to be had with these two squads all stacked up on top of each other.
Either.
It's all getting burnt out. This needs to end pretty quickly, and Pow is going to spot out Linshu and get a knock onto him. See now throwables coming out for AGG in a big way, and it is starting to turn the tide.
The forward line has now both gone down. So 7700, CC108, they're on the other side of the street. They're still in the compounds. I don't know if they're going to be able to get over here in time to try to defend their down teammates. They're both on the roof at least. So there is a chance.
I like
Pow
this.
Pow, I think this might be his second or third knock, so he is bleeding out quickly.
The two members of Tiamba have retreated back to the open facing of that the roof, so that way if they come up to try to go for flushes, CC has an angle into it, but it's a trap that AGG is not biting. They know that there's probably just going to be a bleed out. They don't want to step up there, and they don't want to risk one of their members. This is very well read from AGG.
Yeah.
Oh, CC got spotted. That is good for AGG. Maybe this could come to an end sometime soon, but they don't want to commit in. Circle goes directly on top of Mansion, so Collapse going to be coming in. Real estate going to be a big problem for whoever manages to survive coming out of this.
Yeah, absolutely. You see Danawa immediately hopping in vehicles and trying to get back on the move. They will take out one of Petrichor as they try to rotate in as well. So
oh, no.
He's going to get spotted out by 7700. He's going to get the flush as well. So that is a point given up there by AGG. They were trying to finish this off as quickly as they could, but have not been able to find the flush yet, as Summer is going to get spotted now by Heaven. Freak's in perfect position to take advantage of this Petrichor road rotation.
The duel that never ends still continuing, and another one! No. 7-7 refuses to die. He wants this so bad, and now can we see the peak come through? The shotgun in hand. He's already had to dance around the bottom. He can hear the footsteps on top of him. How's he going to play it?
3 bandages in a dream right here as Zest just holding on to the line. As we see Valley Tide now pushing up on Ming, the last player alive for Petrichor Road. He'll find Kiss. He'll get the flush. So that's at least a point now in the pocket of Petrichor Road. But they are setting up to be finishing 16th place in back-to-back games. But 7700 will get taken down by Zest finally.
Here's the thing, Petrichor Road, yeah, they only have one member and Ming's still alive, but that 2 split that we can see, the 2 twos on the outside for Danawa are just absolutely decimating Valley Tide. They've just lost everything on this approach except for Latte.
They were getting shepherded by FaZe Clan as they try to make their way down south. Deal will get credit for the kill there onto Megalos. So now it's just down to the 1v1 as everybody tried to head into Mansion. Cerberus looking over here, Donawa looking over here, 17 looking over here. But it looks like it might be...
Latte chewing gum. He's like, nah, man, I'm just here. This first floor's mine, second floor's yours, we're good.
I'm a bathroom boy now. I'm just going to stand here. And we'll wait for the inevitable. Let's see if Ming. Oh, Ming actually spotted it. Latte wasn't ready for it. Ming doing the most with the least here as a solo player for Petrichor Road.
Okay, quick update on a couple of interesting plays we've got going on. Remember the 2-2 split we're talking about with Danawa? Tanvu for the Expendables has managed to make landfall right underneath of Heaven. The other two members for the Expendables that are still alive are trying to make sure to cover him as he plays the low ground to the high ground going on with Danawa. He can't really crest up that hill due to a lot of other firing lines that exist at the time, but Ming's being pretty impressive, man.
Huge plays there. Well, then let's see what Anonix can pull off here. He's got the AK, which is a scary, scary gun. He's going to find Clories, but Duck Juice will end his run here before he can do anything more.
Firefight happens, and it's going to be BB team that hears it. They choose to not get involved, but it looks like they could be flanking around. They've hopped inside the vehicles. They might crash just to the south of this one.
Oh, no, the timing. Look at that, Danawa, the duo from Mansion decided to leave to come over here and support Hikari, but apparently they're running in at the exact same time as BB Team. Now Deal's going to get spotted out by Tanvu.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that they wanted that southern angle, the way safe, and Danawa, who's been just a problem for so many squads, finally drew a bit too much aggro, and they are going to go down.
Yeah, I mean, that 2-2 was always going to be tough to hold, and in the end, they do go down a little bit earlier than they would like. Now BB Team has arrived, and they are fully aware of the Expendables. They've left Spiro off to the west in the blue even, just keeping an eye on the Expendables, feeding that information over to the rest of the team. All right, we see KDF now as Sonics try to make the rotation in. That P90 though, doing so much work for Bean, for Salute rather. Bean gonna get the knock. Strimzy will try to pull up. He's got next to no HP. Kickstart's gonna go down. TSM just sending it right on top of Sonics.
I mean, TSM, I was talking about, this is such a strong compound in the circle, sitting at 5 kills now. Falcon's going to be swooping in back behind FaZe. Gustav still alive, did manage to get to that shack, but you can see that's why they got picked apart, made that approach in. Sonics trying to figure out if they can kind of navigate this area north of Mansion, use those trees to their benefit, but TSM just defending the walls outside, gatekeeping everyone out. Freak's going to be back behind it. Snakers, I mean, that was overkill and a half. That was like, Gustav, we are tired of FaZe. We want Panthing over here. Get out of here.
Everybody's favorite weapon in the game, the Panzerfaust. Haven't seen any negative feedback regarding that weapon whatsoever. Yeah, everything is bad for Freaks right now, honestly. Is 17 just kind of holding their position, not giving away too much here. TSM does have that hard cover. You see them still looking over towards Sonic. BB Team going to finally try to leave. They're going to take a knock on a Phil first. Best of luck, just staying alive in that smoke as long as he can.
BB Team creeping out. Cerberus trying to pick up more kills. That means that they're going to get spotted. Retaliation. Knock's going to come out. Best of luck going to find it. Best of luck also going to go down to blue zone. BB Team is going to be eliminated. Cerberus now going to have to move into 17 Gaming, which might be nice for Freaks.
Yeah.
If a big distraction here happens, Freaks could step in. So Cerberus is that, and you can see Little Ghost already lining in. He's got the nades. That's a good toss, though. It's for it to be a distraction that Freaks can benefit from. This needs to go very, very long. So dodging out the nades, Cerberus going to be juking through. 17 Gaming's Ghost does line in. Suji's going to be playing up the north. Bullet's going to be hitting a lot of the gate itself, but does get some damage. Cerberus surviving, but you can see it is just, where do you go, man? Where do you even go?
And there you go, finally KDF getting the memo, and they're going to push right into 17 as 17 is turning their attention towards Cerberus. They immediately, though, turn their attention back. Xiaowu doing his best to slow down this push, and that'll do a lot there as he gets the knock on Guman with a well-placed grenade.
Freaks, I felt like just took a bit too long to get in this. They could have pounced on the side of 17, but the wings are now coming back together. You can see Little Ghost back into this as well, and it's just a line. And it's a firm high ground position with trees to play from. Freaks are just having to run tree to tree, nowhere, trying to juke through the bullets. As you can see, Bean trying to avoid getting beamed in the head. Meanwhile, 17 Gaming jumping, dancing around the outside of this, realizing the fact that they're picking up all of these kills. They want all of it. Freaks tries to make a big play, trying to get something, but gets a massive amount of knocks. Almost manages to turn it.
But look how much damage they've done to 17. It's just down to Suju. And TSM has left their compound. They were third-partying this fight. They know exactly what's going on. They should be able to kill feed monitor and know that there are so many knocked players for 17. Purdy Curdy just sending it over in that direction, but unfortunately he's going to have to pull it back.
They don't want to overextend. They don't want to leave. I feel like this is one of those situations. Yeah, you want to go for it. You can see They know that there's kills over there. They know that there's a ton of knocks.
So bad.
But walking into the forest with not a ton of information and relenting the circle to Falcons is a very, very scary prospect for them. So it's one of those you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't style situations.
Now, Falcons still have a lot of room to work with over there on the eastern side of that circle, but TSM does have the hard cover. Purdy Curdy still left of the compound, keeping eyes on the south here. 17 do get the rest of their knocked members up on their feet, so they're back up to 3 strong. You can see what the utility is looking like for everybody. 18 frag grenades for Falcons right now.
Oh, can you out-throwable TSM? Because that might be the thing that you're going to have to do inside of this one. They've been fighting along the pathing. 17 Gaming sitting at 7 kills. TSM also at 7 kills. Falcons at 4 right now as we go. Purdy playing that position off on the angle for his teammates wanting to support. Does get spotted. They pick that one up quick, but there are some return knocks, and it is going to get picked up by Falcons at 17 Gaming. Just what are you going to do? They're already coming in weakened after all those knocks just a second ago.
Good eyes on Suju, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Kurt was, he knew that guy was coming. His teammates were shooting at him before he even got there. So Xiaobei will get stolen away by Roth as well. So Falcons pick up another 2 kills. They haven't been able to spot out Kurt just yet, though. The smoke wall getting laid down by TSM. Falcons just kind of holding the angles, waiting for TSM to finally leave. Alo will try to leave the compound to go for the res, and he's going to get taken down by Flood.
TSM could not find a victory. They got all of their points off of consistency, and now after having control over this game for so long, 8 kills, they already have another one of their members flushed out. They've got a numbers disadvantage. Every peak is now getting punished. Falcons have got control over the circle. Alo just trying to limp his way in, see if maybe get rezzed. Roth making a bold play, just hopping inside of the vehicle, cutting across, trying to find a new angle to deny anything. It's all going to be onto the firing line from Sparking, while Luke 12 is trying to commit into the res.
But this has been what's been so huge for TSM so far this tournament. The play of Sparking. One man holding off the push from the team of 4 is going to allow Alo to get back on his feet and healed up. Now remember, you see those 18 frag grenades for Falcons. They would love for this to go to the point where TSM just has to throw smokes out and they will just portable red zone them into oblivion.
18 nades versus 80 rounds of ammo and Sparking
no
right now.
No smokes for TSM though.
They've been having to burn them because what's been going on with everything that's been happening around Forest itself, around Mansion. So they had to go for those reses. They were trying to commit in. Meanwhile, Falcons are just moving from rock to rock. It's, sure, entrenched position for TSM, but it's right up against the zone while Falcons are getting position around the center dot.
And look at that. Flood has the level 3 vest, level 3 helmet, fresh as a daisy. All the utility in the world, all the ammo in the world. TSM definitely have their backs up against the wall right now as they won't have to leave the compound just yet. You can see the circle is allowing them to stay in a little bit longer. Sparking just trying to do anything he can from that high ground, but the Falcons aren't going to give it to him.
Last clip for Sparking. He's trying to see if he can get something, but just cannot find it. He's probably got some more in his AR. I'm willing to bet that he's got one stacked up, but I have to see. Shifting in, realizing it's all going to be low ground positioning from here on out. Now Falcons don't have to worry about that high position. We saw him playing just a moment ago. It's now shifted into cheeky angles, and Luke, you can see playing a beautiful one right now, getting a couple of tap shots in, and with that little bit of damage now, Sparking creeping forward. It's just well played. Falcons making sure that this is an attrition battle, and they can win the attrition battle. They've got more resources to work with.
Absolutely, and you can see TSM, the biggest problem right now is just no smokes whatsoever. They've got a little bit of a ridge line that they can play around here for now, but again, Falcons, they don't have to peek. They don't have to be the aggressors here. They can just wait until they can wait out TSM until they have to make the move, and here you go. The portable red zone has begun.
It's almost like the nades are just a deterrent. They're just making sure to throw them out there. If they hit, they get a knock, great, but at least it's forcing the TSM to stop. That's what Falcons want. They want to control all of the pacing of this game, and they are doing it. Zone is now coming in. They know that they're in trouble. TSM needs to get a knock, and it's just Falcons playing this cleanly, making sure to hold an angle, rotating out, throwing down a nade here or there, putting out a flashbang. Stop the pacing. Don't let TSM step forward, but TSM back against the wall. They want to try to make it happen. Blue Zone right on top of him, trying to go for some last-minute meds. Oh my God, Luke right along that wall, barely going to get it, but Roth steps in, goes for the spray in, does manage to get the damage, and still TSM cannot find a victory. It's going to go to Falcons.
Huge win for Falcons, and that's back-to-back wins for the Americas in our grand finals. First 2 games